Hello and welcome back. This is the Gamer 2.0. Today we're going to be continuing on with Fallout New Vegas, and we're going to be doing the Lonesome Road DLC. So last time we left off, we were kind of in the middle of searching through the different barracks just to kind of see what we could possibly find in here. And had a couple of enemies that we took care of. But now that that's done, we can kind of continue on. So I definitely like the red glowing parts of the helmet that allows us to kind of see a little bit better around here. And I'm just going to kind of keep looking around. So we got a bedroll. Looks like we got some enemies over here. Frag grenades, glad he didn't use those. Alright. Incendiary grenade. Alright, so let's go ahead and just repair up a couple of things here. Not really a huge fan of the two-step goodbye, but may as well use it. Let's see what else we got going on around here. Alright, got a crafting station, it looks like. Alright, so it looks like during the day it just doesn't activate the night vision, which is fine. Another hot plate. That's actually should be helpful for when I go back to where I've got all of my cosmic knives stored, because then I can go ahead and I can make the superheated version of those. Let's see here. Let's see what we got in here. Scrap electronics and additional wrench, that's good. Taking some extra duct tape. Right. Just having these extra repair kits should be quite helpful. War money. You can always trade that to the commissary. I'm gonna take that cherry bomb too. So, luckily, at least as far as I remember, I don't believe that there are a lot of traps around here until you get into, like, certain areas. Because most of the markmen are kind of smart enough to use weaponry, but they're not really the trap setting kind. That's not to say that they never set any traps, because I do remember a couple of traps kind of being around in the areas, but most of the time, not really something to worry about. Oh, it looks like they're cooking some food here. And I'm pretty sure that it's going to be the humankind. Yeah, because they've got the strange meat pie. Which, if I remember correctly, that comes from Fallout 3, where you can get strange meat pie from a group of cannibals. Yeah, it looks like they're just kind of like carving up people like turkeys here. Alright, well, service rifle, not too bad. Not really a huge fan of the service rifle. It's just not my personal favorite weapon. Let's kind of continue looking around here. There's still some other places that we haven't discovered yet. It's like this, if we look down on the map here, there's one area that's right over here. And also, like, all that area over there. And still go and discover something over there. So let's kind of make sure everything is empty on this side before heading on. Alright, Hopeville Missile Base loading. Lots and lots of ammo, which is kind of nice, because if you are using any type of weaponry, that's going to be... Well, it looks like Eddie's a little bit confused and stuck on that side of the fence over there. Oh, more forceps, okay. Lots of stuff for making the knives, because I now have a... Alright, so I completely forgot that these were going to be around here, so... Alright. The Lonesome Road is not one that I play very frequently, so... Definitely don't really remember a lot from it. But... This guy had a Bowie knife in his back, so I'm pretty sure that means that we're going to get ambushed here. And that last one just kind of blew my arm off. So let's go ahead. Doctor's bag up. Stim pack a little bit. Eat some food. And also eat some thin red paste. Actually, we can eat an MRE. No ambush. Alright, well. Not too much over here, but that's okay. So now we can go ahead and we can make our way down in this direction and kind of explore these unexplored areas on this side. Looks like we got like an entire fort here. It's worried that the dumpster there was going to fall on top of me. Yeah. It's definitely going to be a place where they're going to be hiding out. Not sure if I actually want to go this direction yet, because still some places over here that I can kind of walk around and pick clean of loot. So that's why. So there's a warhead there, and that's going to be something that we're going to be taking care of a little bit later. But as for right now, it's not really something that we can really deal with. Alright, well, seems like the area is pretty safe now, so we can just kind of run around. So yeah, so there's that warhead on that side, but I'm pretty sure that if I jump down from here, that is definitely going to be a game over. So I'm not going to try doing that. Pretty sure this is going to be the same thing. So I guess all that's left is to just kind of explore that area that was back around there with the gate. Alright, here's the other guy that I kind of lost. So although I do feel that Mr. Ulysses is a little bit long-winded, I do think that he actually has like kind of a very interesting take on the main character. Just because he really kind of lays it on pretty thick when it comes to the fact that you're this kind of like terror of the wastes, even though you yourself as the player don't really see that, because you can be going around helping the NCR, helping out all the people at the wasteland, but you're still considered a bad person to this guy. Alright, for some reason that did not want to open up properly, so let's see here. So yeah, I need cave fungus to make Hydra. I don't want to make a bunch of rushing water, but I don't want to like use all my purified water just on that. Alright, so yeah, we got another warhead there that we're gonna have to detonate. We got a bunch of bad guys over here. Lord. He like ran completely around me. I got it done. Alright, so normally I'm not super comfortable using this weapon, just because the explosive damage that comes off of them can kind of like fire back at you if you end up killing them with a crit, and that's just because what ends up happening is that when you kill an enemy with a crit with the two-step goodbye, it basically turns them into a mini frag grenade, which is honestly not super helpful, but it is one of those things where, like, if there's like a big group of enemies, like, it can deal bonus damage, but you can also get caught in the blast and you can actually take damage from it too, so you kind of have to make attacks and then kind of like run away a little bit. Alright, so we got another bed here, and it looks like they were using it to catch people unaware while they were sleeping. Marksman carbine. It's actually pretty good. Let's see here. Nice. Alright, some medical supplies. This one's empty. Some more ammo. It's fine. Not super worried about the ammo, but radiation is starting to go up a little bit, so let's go ahead. Take some Rad-X and Right-Away. It's going to reduce my overall radiation buildup. Yeah, he had a brush gun, but I got this guy first. Explosives crate, I'll go ahead and I'll grab all of that. I'm going to take everything out of here, but I did just pick up some turpentine, which I don't really need, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop that in here. A bunch of food. I mean, the game is really generous about giving me food right now, because the MREs by themselves is just like half of my maximum like food taken care of. There's another warhead there, and that's why we're getting soaked with a lot of radiation there. So this is kind of the mark of Ulysses, which we kind of saw in some of the previous chapters. Especially in places like Old World Blues, that kind of stuff. Yeah, we got some sludge here. More MREs. More rockets. There's another Ulysses log. So this looks like this is where Ulysses kind of camped out for a little bit. Alright, I think that's just about everything I can really do at this point. Take a look at my map and see where we're headed. So we need to head back to the Markmen camp. Kind of head back down in that direction. Because I don't think that I have... It doesn't look like I've gotten the detonator yet. So... Let's head back up here and then follow the quest marker. So I might need to just drop down. Because there's actually is a achievement for detonating all of the different warheads with the warhead detonation device. So it says that we can go this way. And looks like I need to drop down. So I think this way is going to be a little bit safer to drop down from. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Dude's got like a launcher. He took care of him. But there we go. It's a red glare there. Here we are. The laser detonator. So that's going to be a primary method of traversal in this DLC. Alright, but we did pick up a red glare, which I believe I do have a whole bunch of upgrades that I can go ahead and slap into it. There we go. So, increase rocket speed, increase rate of fire, and increase zoom level. So, I'm just going to go ahead and just throw this on. Oh. Alright, I do have to take care of some of the weight before I take care of this guy running up on me. And I'm at a bunch of weight over. Let's see here. I'm gonna drink a little bit of Nuka-Cola first. So I can drop the super sledge because I can get those anywhere, even out in the wasteland. Service rifle isn't super important. It's not specific only to this area. Marksman carbine is actually worth a decent amount, so I'm gonna actually hold on to that. Anything else that's like unnecessarily heavy that I'm just kind of carrying around? I do have a Blade of the West. I can hold on to that. Yeah. Kind of what I worried about. Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about. Not a huge fan of really like using this weapon a lot. Another brush gun. Alright. Well, we can take that and drop some cigarettes on him. I think that's a nice trade. Yeah, he should be good with that. Let's see here. Oh, another marksman carbine. I could use that to repair my other one. You can also use the brush gun to repair the other brush gun that I got. go. Another Blade of the West, okay. And definitely take that red glare and repair up the other one that I've got. The souped up one. There we go. Alright. And repair up these Blades of the West. Alright, and I'm pretty sure that there was one extra guy or two extra guys in here that I can still take stuff from. Nothing in there. Got some explosives laying around. I'll leave those for now. Another bedroll, just in case you want to take a nap. More explosives, which I don't really need. Take the thin red base, so I'm not going to really pick up a lot of the stuff that these guys drop anymore, just because kind of over encumbered as much as I kind of want to be right now. Because super sludges weigh just a huge amount. And let's go ahead and equip my laser detonator, and we're going to assign it to that slot. Go. Alright, should be all set. To continue forward. Go back to the trusty Grease Lightning. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Grease Lightning. Got plenty of weapon kits that I can use to repair it up, so not super worried about using it. Then we can detonate that one, but first we can run around here and grab some stuff that I forgot to grab. Is that a possible warhead up there? No, because it's not activating. It's not like turning red or anything. But I do know that there is a warhead that's like tucked over here, which I can detonate from back here. So I'm sure you can do that to take care of the marked men in that specific area. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and we can activate this one here. Yep. Blister. Alright, well, let's take out Blister. Done. Edie is a healthy guy. Yeah, I think someone is literally just shooting a flare gun at me. It doesn't really like do a lot of damage. It's just like it lights you on fire. Quit that. Yeah, push him up underneath the stairs. Sorry about the smash cut. Game crashed on me in the middle of that fight, but went back and I was starting to do everything again, but I actually earned enough EXP to gain another level. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start putting some points in here. So for now, I do want to put a couple points into barter. I'm going to go ahead and max out my melee weapons, and actually, let's leave melee weapons and barter where they're at, and instead just max out the lockpicking so that way I don't have to worry about having 10 or any kind of plus bonus to my perception or lockpicking skill. I can just straight up pick those locks now. Then I do kind of want to throw an additional 5 points here into repair, and then 2 points here into survival, just for now. Let me see here. What do I want for my next perk? Pretty sure I'm going to want to take some jury rigging. Just because jury rigging is quite handy for fixing up and repairing weapons. Yeah, and I think I'm pretty good on everything else. So we can go ahead and take jury rigging. Although I also do want to get Radchild, because Radchild does provide you with a bunch of bonus healing, and you restore health, which is really nice. But for right now, let's go ahead and take jury rigging. We can probably take Radchild at a different point. Alright. So basically, like, I got my level just after fighting all the guys that kind of ambush you down there, and I blew up the first warhead again. And the only reason why I got enough experience to actually level up that time was just because I had picked a couple extra locks. Didn't step on as many mines when I was actually running through this time. And I actually unloaded some of my stuff off at the trader, so, or not the trader, the commissary. Unloaded some stuff off in there. So, again, inventory is probably going to look a little different than it was before, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. And I did kind of explore a little bit into this this shop a little bit more. There was a bunch of ammunition, like here in the cases, which I had took that. There was some stashed over here. And then I went upstairs, and picking one of the locks was actually what got me the level up there. And then this is where we can see this is where the Mercmen kind of come out for that ambush on this side. But as you can see, we actually can't see any of them now because they don't spawn until after you have destroyed the warhead and basically kind of announced your presence. So we can go ahead and head back over, destroy the second warhead. I'm going to throw a quick save before destroying the third warhead because I really don't want the game to crash on me again during that fight. Not that it's a very difficult fight, it's just that having to fight a bunch of guys back to back is not really what I want to be doing multiple times because the game decides to crash on me. So go ahead, re-blow up this warhead. Of course, I already took care of the guys that were over in this area. No, we're gonna stand back here. And I'm gonna throw down that quick save. And let's do this again. Alright, Blister, you got a flamer? I got a knuckle sandwich for you. Alright. You need to quit that out. You need to quit that with your anti-material rifle. Alright, you're done. And this guy is done. Alright. All set. So I did actually manage to find another anti-material rifle, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up because I can use that for repairs. And I'm going to leave everything else on him. There we go. Get that nice and repaired. Pretty sure that it is not repaired yet, so we can go ahead. Grab some incendiary rounds too. That's pretty interesting. Bunch of rockets. We got another warhead we're gonna have to blow up, and we actually have that whole area that we can explore. But first, I want to go and check out the loot that's on Blister. They really did pretty heavy number on me. So let's go ahead and just kind of reduce a little bit of my weight capacity here. Dehydration level has increased, but I do have some dirty water that can take care of that. In fact, I'll try 2 drinks and then take a look at my stats. Looks pretty good. We can still take a red away just to kind of get that situated. Extra purified water is always nice. Got a brush gun. I think I sold my other brush gun. I did. So I'm not going to worry about taking that. But don't need the flamer. Marked beast armor. So this one weighs quite a bit, but I don't really need it. But I will take the helmet though. Alright. Looks pretty good. That's done. Kind of take a look in here now. So I'm pretty sure this is just like their living area. They got little hovels and stuff kind of built up for themselves. And the ammunition has over-encumbered me. I should have expected that. Alright. Well, let's see what we're going to have to drop. Well, we can repair that. It takes away 1 pound of weight. Repair that. It takes away 4 pounds of weight, so we're good again. Yeah, I don't want to waste my Definitely don't want to waste a Gehenna on that. Don't want to waste that either. Alright, I think everything else should be good for now. We can now move freely again. So let's just kind of take a look around here and see what we got. I think I'm good on food. I don't really think I need any more food at this point. More ammunition, though, is always helpful. Even if I don't use firearms all that much. And again, I am over encumbered. Definitely like the old world posters there. Gives it a nice touch. Alright, we definitely have the soundtrack going from Dead Money. Alright, I'm gonna eat these caravan lunches. Just because caravan lunches are quite heavy. So let's see here. Yeah, the stealth boys are weighing me down too. This trail mix is 3 apiece. Kind of sucks that I'm eating like such like good stuff, but can't really afford to be carrying it around now. Oh. Let's see here. I know I can have Eddie like carry stuff for me, but trying to make this a use companions as little as possible kind of run. He's not really the main damage dealer anyway. Let's see here. I think I should be okay on most of my other stuff, but I do want to go ahead and just kind of use up some repair kits to kind of repair up a little bit of my equipment there. Burst lightning is good. Rise of the Mantis King. Now all fixed up. Anti-material rifle should be good. I guess the Rise of the Mantis King isn't fully fixed up because I can still try to repair it. But with that, we should be good. Let's go ahead and re-equip Burst Lightning and get ready to detonate this warhead. Actually, now that we've done that fight, let's go ahead and save it again, just so that fight stays done. If I remember correctly, there isn't a fight after this explosion, so should be fine. So with the collapsed tunnel, we will need to use the flare gun. And the reason being is that there's some creepy crawlies in there that don't really like the light too much.
I don't believe it. Grant actually went to Colonel Autumn and got approval for her damned efficiency guidelines. All experiments will be carried out with the test subject fully active to reduce iteration time. It's barbaric. I've explained this to the Colonel. Just because the iBots don't have true AI doesn't mean they're just machines. I guess results are all that matter around here. Forget things like ethical procedures or humane treatment. I'm starting to have serious misgivings about leadership around here. At least I've got you to talk to, huh, Eddie?
Yeah, so I think Dr. Whitley is. I think he has a good heart, but I think he's trying to associate things like human emotion into inanimate objects, like robots, because they're not really like human. They don't really have like the same capabilities of humans, such as like the same processes and stuff that humans go through. But um, I do believe that his heart is in the right place, but he's just, and I do think that the uh, the female officer probably is definitely not in the right there to not deactivate units, because that's also a possible safety hazard to whoever's working on it. Because if they have active machinery or anything like that, and they get shocked, electrocuted, um, gears pinching or cutting off specific body parts, that's not good. So um, they're both kind of in the wrong, but I definitely think that Dr. Whitley kind of needs to come to a senses that, like, although the machines can replicate what people can do, they're not the same as people, more or less. But that's just kind of a moral thing, kind of talking there. All right, but so Whitley was really protective of his iPods, huh? I can't believe they'd approve that. I've met enough robots to know they're more than just machines. No, they're machines with like human interfaces kind of given into them. They're not really. They don't really have the same like intelligence that humans do, even at this point. Even though they're pretty advanced, I would say that like certain machines, like maybe like Codsworth from Fallout 4, and certain other machines, like they do actually have like some kind of like robotic level of sentience, but I don't really believe that a lot of the machines here really do. Because if you just look at things like Prim Slim, even though he is like a talking, functioning, walking robot, he doesn't really have like a lot of his own judgment. His judgment is all based on code, programming, that kind of stuff. So kind of not really how I would explain it, but I do. I would say, I can't believe that they'd approve that, but not really the part about I've met enough robots to know to know that they're more than just machines. So I can see why you left that place then. I hope those bastards got what was coming to them. Let's press on. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Alright, so yeah, it's just kind of to show that a Deathpaw ran in there and got wrecked. Yeah. But we do have some troopers here to kind of pick up and loot. And we should also have some legionaries as well. Yeah. Let's see our ranger. Bunch of dog tags. Although I am kind of interested to see if I can fight them. Yeah, they do quite a decent amount of damage. but they also die pretty easily. Especially with like 5 hits per second. Oh, he's got some cave fungus. Alright, so kind of do want to fight these guys a little bit. But I do want to keep my health up too, so let's go ahead and take a stim pack. Am I still under any type of effects? Yeah, I've still got stuff like, oh well, not really healing me, but increasing like AP and stuff. Don't need a hammer. But I do need to kind of like keep an eye out for the stuff that's going on around me, because don't need these guys coming up from behind. Let's take out the hulking one first. So yeah, they're definitely really hard hitting. I would argue that I'm pretty hard hitting too. Another hide, another wrench. I don't really need any more of the weapon repair kits. Right. We got a couple more up here. Oh, I got another earned perk, which I think that this game is actually pretty interesting for doing that, because in Fallout 3 you would get a perk at every single level, but in this game, instead of getting a perk at every single level, you only get one every other level, which, you know, is still fair, but they also give you a lot of opportunities to like earn perks just by doing like specific things, such as like beating up enemies, like using your chosen weapon, that kind of stuff. So I think that's actually kind of interesting that they do that, so you actually get like, you still get perks. They're not like amazing or great perks, but they're perks that are basically kind of tailored a little bit more to your specific character or playstyle, which I think is quite interesting that they did it that way rather than...
There you are. You went quiet for a time. Thought you might have returned to Vegas, its comforts. Maybe you took that machine with you. There's a lesson here, in the Divide. Old world history about holding on to something so tightly it breaks or falls apart. May have seen the cracks in Vegas's walls already. If so, they'll grow in time, no matter how much you back house.
Yeah, I have not backed house at all. In fact, I still have a mission from Kaiser to go and take care of house. But yeah, you can keep believing that I'm backing house for whatever reason. Well, as obsessed you are with history, the future's what I prefer.
Your future with House has two roads. The road the tribals in Vegas want, their spirits crushed. Or your face on a robot servant, smiling forever in a dead casino. There's future in neither.
Tribes? You mean the Vegas families?
Families of Vegas were once tribes. Got drunk on Vegas lights. The spirit had bled out of them. Old world history under a different flag. Whatever traditions or rituals they had, most likely squeezed out of them by now, turned into something else. And if not, then I'm afraid what's going to happen when they come creeping back.
Alright, well, what do you have against Vegas?
Vegas is old world, filled with old world ghosts. And ghosts need the living to do their work. That's why the families are there, why the bear stumbles there to lose itself. It's a dance. I don't know its purpose. You've seen the wall. It's what's inside that worries me.
Well, what did you mean before? It's dance.
That's the wrong word. Theater is better. The families, the bear, all on a stage. House. He's the one watching. The why. You'd know better than I would. If you don't, you will.
Well, we're too far from Vegas to argue perspective on it.
Maybe that's why you chose Vegas. The lights can blind, make people forget themselves, their convictions, vows. Not going to waste time trying to make the blind see. Took a chance coming here, same as I did. Now we'll see how it plays out.
Oh, I have Legion rep and I have NCR rep, so those legionaries in Hopeville wore Legion armor and strange masks and blades.
You haven't seen enough of the Legion yet to see what they worship, what they hold on to, even after what happened to them. They bear false versions of Legate Linus's masks, the one Caesar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Crude, effective, like the blades they carry. Distant mirrors of their legate, a symbol they can hold on to, while the divide tears at them.
Those soldiers in Hopeville were once NCR. I'm sure of it. Why were they with the Legion?
You see true, not scavengers. It's what they wore before this all happened. Pain makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield now turned against the divide. Few survived, intact. Many NCR were already here when the destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar, fear of the Legion.
NCR would have needed the supply line open to reinforce the Mojave, the Hoover Dam.
The dam, that old world wall. The bear, NCR, couldn't be allowed to reach it easily. Long 15, Cayman, both bad enough. Kimball, Caesar, House. You'd think that our world was that wall, cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But once found, it was all Caesar could see. That, and the flag beyond it, another symbol, big enough to challenge him. And the divide, one of the roads to it. Legion was tasked with cutting that artery. If you can't kill the bear in one stroke, bleed it, starve it. That kind of murder. It's what any of the Legion would have done. Now, the Divide belongs to history.
Alright, well, what were the creatures in the underpass?
Tunnelers. Predators that make their own roads beneath the ground here. Divide broke their sky, showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come before its people, from where they least expect, below.
So I kind of like the survival here. Just because I never really got the survival before, because I never really picked survival as a skill, just because whenever you're not playing in the hardcore mode, there's not really a reason to. So when you say slower death for the Mojave, you mean they're spreading out from the Divide?
Death will come from below. In the Divide, need to watch the sky and the ground. Mojave will be easy prey for them. They'll start emerging throughout the Mojave in time. Might be years, probably less. They breed fast, hunt in groups, more than enough to bring down the strongest in the Mojave, once they draw blood. Seen them tear apart Deathclaws. Deathclaw might get some, but the rest will swarm it, tear it apart, like Denver hounds.
You've been to Denver? That's Legion territory.
Mojave and the Divide are the only places I've walked. Walked the east, too, before the Bull came. Then, much like the Mojave before the Bear, tribes, towns, clutching to life. Bull did a better job.
Alright, I found some recordings from you in Hopeville.
The tapes. Didn't think those would be found. You know the Divide better than I thought. Had tech from the Big Empty. Recorder a woman gave me. Didn't survive the road. On its last legs. Cast it and the tapes aside. Weren't worth the words anyway. Not like I'd forget what happened. If you heard them. Nothing but ramblings. Reminders for a man who doesn't need them. Probably more lying from here to the Divide.
Well, you wouldn't have recorded those messages if they didn't matter to you.
Maybe not. Who's to say? You, perhaps, found them, heard them after I cast them aside. Maybe there was purpose in that. If they matter, if history matters, we'll see at the end of the road.
Alright, well, if this is the high road, where does it lead?
At the end of the high road lies Ashton, its silo. That machine I'm with you, it can open it, wake it up, like it did the one in Hopeville.
Don't have enough perception, but... This road leads nowhere. There's nothing in the Divide.
Many in the Mojave think the Divide's nothing but canyon and storm. Wasn't always. There was life. A town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime. It had the name, the Divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You. Back then, you saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the Divide's in the other direction. And if your eyes try to make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was.
All right, so you're saying that I walked this road once from another direction, from west to east to home?
All roads lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind, a moment where you know who you are, the history of it, and they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home.
Right, well, I've walked a lot of roads. Mohavan before. Doesn't really mean anything.
It means everything. Even if you deny it, cast it aside, that speaks to what you are. Proves what happened here. It was you walking that road that kept the divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new nation, new beginning, new way of thinking. Could have breathed new life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road was a supply line.
Well, maybe you should tell me what happened.
NCR saw the worth in that road you made. Staked a claim, whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the bear tries to cling to life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought by blade, others by couriers. You knew what was coming, as sure as I know what's coming for you. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun and keep walking until it dies. There, I'll be waiting.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and throw down a save now that that's all been taken care of. And we'll call it there for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you so choose, and I look forward to seeing everyone in the next episode.